Howdy y'all, what's going on? This is Hayden back with another video, back with another Q&A. One of the most asked questions was, what is your philosophy on training for fast races in the NAIA? I was in the NAIA. I wasn't good. I was dog water. I ran a 204 800. I had teammates and roommates that were way faster than me. So I got to see a lot of what systems tended to work and what systems didn't. My philosophy on training is that it should be very specific to what the goal is. So it depends on your goal as a runner. If your goal is to win everything, you need to look at the next couple years, look at where you want to peak, and plan your system based on that. If you want to run fast at one specific race, like say NAIA Nationals, you're going to want to mark week of May 23rd on your calendar and tell your coach, get your qualifying mark, and for the rest of the time just try to develop your aerobic and anaerobic system and your respective training based on what event you do, just so you can be able to qualify for the event and be able to go to nationals. In the NAIA, one of the things we have is a qualifying mark that you have to hit before you can get to nationals. So for the 800, it's about a 151.9. You would have to run a 151.9 before nationals. You don't just get in based on your conference mark or regional mark. NAIA doesn't do regionals for track. NAIA does a national qualifying list. They release the qualifying standards right before indoor at the beginning of every season. Once they release that mark, you know what time you need to hit. You hit that mark one time, and then you go to nationals for the prelim, and then you try to get a big Q and just go to work. It's not that training's not important. Training is very key. Being able to recover in between workouts is very key. Being able to stay controlled during workouts is something that I've kind of struggled with, because the systems at the school I was at just tended to be leaning towards, you're gonna die in the workouts and that race day feels like nothing. And that's not a horrible mindset, because there are many schools that have hard workouts. Like, you're on the floor at the end kind of workouts. It's not just like, oh, we have 10 by K at like say 315s. Like that, like with like 90 seconds rest. Like, that workout's not gonna put you on the floor. But if you have like 3 by 400 at like 57s, like, that is a objectively hard workout for most NAIA runners. And it's not that you shouldn't have those workouts in your regimen. I agree that occasionally those workouts are important. I don't think that the entire system should be based on a bunch of hard workouts. I think that having moderate workouts that let you be able to recover in between races is important. In the NAIA, most schools have an indoor season, so you're going to need to peak. This is if you're not running cross, you need to peak twice a year, one time for indoor nationals, one time for outdoor nationals. And there are a lot of hard workouts that happen during indoor season, like hard 800 workouts, not just like like a tempo or like I don't like threshold Ks. It's like 5x300, 2x400, 4x200 on the back end. It's not about the workouts. It's about building a system that helps you peak at the right time. That's what training is for. And I guess that's the blueprint. Nothing special, just hit the qualifying mark. One thing that I would tell everybody that's trying to get a qualifying mark is just to stay locked in every race. Any race could be the day that you break out. Like your breakout could be in the middle of January. It probably shouldn't be if you're peaking correctly, but it can be if everybody else is having an off day, you're having an on day. Your breakout could be at a last chance meet in a random city you've never been in before that day. Track is a very weird sport. You never know when your moment's going to be. You don't know if you're going to have a moment. You don't know if you're going to run a 2:45 at a random meet in Kansas in the middle of March. But what you do know is that every time you race, it's an opportunity to get better. It's an opportunity to do what you've been training for. You don't race in your training. You train to race. And that's just my 2 cents. If y'all disagree with me on any of that, drop it below, and I'd be happy to discuss it with y'all. Peace.